Hello and welcome back, everybody. HackOnZL here, and welcome back to another video. Couple things have come out today, obviously. Yesterday we did have the remix, and also yesterday we did have version update. I will be going over that when we actually have the version update. That way I can read it off and just show it to you live. But when it comes to today, and well, chapter 17, sure, that comes out in like 2 days, I think, if I'm correct, 2 days. Let me actually look at that real quick because might as well. To be honest, I'm here. It doesn't say. Okay, never mind then. But what I'll be really focusing on is the second Anni survey digest, all right? Because this will go over pretty much that survey we took during that second anniversary time frame. In which, well, for me personally, on the bonus question, I said, branch out, make a Switch game. I honestly said that because I want a Switch game with this game. But either way, I'll be going over that. Send my thoughts. I did already get a TLDR of it, and I honestly got over half of it already. So near blind. So, on that note, just if you guys are new, feel free to subscribe for more information. And also, just for fun shenanigans, I do have some very good videos planned. One in particular, which might be up in a few days, actually. So definitely be sure to stay up to date on that one. And there are also links in the description as well. Please do check them out. Now, let us begin. Oh, this is going to be a long post. So, Okada starts with, he wants to thank us who took the time to participate in the survey. We are fortunate to receive a veritable avalanche of responses, and I'm pleased to say that about 60% of the respondents reported to have started their journey all the way back at the game's launch. The remaining 40% were evenly split, having played for half a year, and a year and a half. This relatively varied spread means that we have heard from all kinds of players with all kinds of experiences. This is very, very nice. The fact that he said this, it pretty much means that they are listening to all audiences in this, which is amazing from a gacha company. Of course, we did not only receive response from Japan. Through this survey, we were able to gather feedback from every region in which the game has been released. It was humbling to reflect on the fact that players the world over are enjoying the game every day. Much like the feedback submitted through the in-game much like the feedback submitted through the in-game feedback function, there we go. We plan to work toward improving the game based on what we heard from players in the survey. With that in mind, I'd like to share some of the main points that came up in the survey results. First, by taking a look at a selection of survey questions and then providing my thoughts on your feedback. So for instance, this is now Okada's video now. Gotcha. So, oh my god, there's so much per question. Oh my god, this is gonna take a little bit. God damn it. Oh well. With the release of version 2.0, extensive enhancements and adjustments were made to adventurers, dragons, and the difficulty of certain quests. What do you think about these changes? In which, well, what I say to this is that it was a lot, and honestly, I think they did do a good job on it. I really think they did. So now, what does Okada say about it? These adjustments were made in the interest of restoring game balance between the elements, and in that respect, I believe that they were largely successful and well received, as many players praise the ability to use a more diverse team of adventurers when taking on various quests. Legend Volk right now. It's filled with Ezlith. It's filled with Ezlith double buff comp, and Karna is still a problem. That's all I'm gonna say about that. With that said, there still exist adventurers who excel so much in particular roles that they're used almost exclusively over other adventurers for certain quests in co-op, where speed and efficiency are key factors in who players decide or expect to play with. This may prevent players who do not have these adventurers from having an enjoyable questing experience. To ensure that all players are able to enjoy co-op, we plan to implement changes so that a greater variety of adventurers can excel in their roles. Okay, so pretty much they hit that right there, immediately after. Goddamn. Immediately after I said it. Alright. On that note, some players were curious about how frequently we plan to add mana spirals to adventures in the future. This is going to be interesting, actually. Given that version 2.0 recently implemented extensive balance adjustments, we expect to slightly reduce the rate at which we add mana spirals going forward. But the introduction of more challenging quests and difficulties means that mana spirals will continue to have their place. Huh. So it sounds like what they're going to do now is that they are slowing down mana spirals. We have already noticed that. So, in short, we're sacrificing quantity for quality. Because now, they're pretty much going to have these mana spirals whenever a higher difficulty quest comes up. That way, either A, they can be used for it, or B, just in general, very good to where they are usable for that endgame, I assume. Alright, pretty cool. I would rather take quality over quantity, I'm gonna be honest. I'd rather have quality over here. Because we don't need no more Serena bullshit. Some players express a desire for more variety in the way that dragons are used. It is true that their abilities tend to favor an offensive playstyle revolving around dealing damage with abilities while shapeshifting. Although new dragons are not released as often as new adventurers are, we will keep this overall trend in mind and strive to introduce more variety in the future. Okay, so now we're going to shift away from DPS dragons. That's nice. That's nice. So maybe more GNCs for everybody else? Maybe like an HP GNC? Maybe? Who knows? Inversion 2.0? I'm sorry if I'm yawning. I've been up for a long time. The difficulty of certain quests was reduced, and the attacks of certain enemies were made easier to recognize. According to your responses, these adjustments were largely seen in a positive light. Yes, hi dragons. Similarly, players appreciated the separation of certain quests and the accompanying rewards and versions for both solo and co-op. Yes, that's very good. It is our hope that players who felt intimidated by the learning curve of high difficulty content in co-op, or those who did not have the time to dedicate to it, were able to continue progressing through the game at a comfortable pace with the solo play versions. With the large-scale adjustments made to game balance since the game's release, many players noticed that the suggested might for certain quests no longer matches the actual might required to clear them. We plan to address this discrepancy in the future. So pretty much, I think what this really refers to is high dragons will no longer become 13k. I think that's what this mainly refers to, because high dragons nowadays you can pretty much take on absolutely no problems in solo. Especially with Banes being on every weapon now, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, that's probably going to affect high dragons, and I'm trying to think what else. Maybe Agito solos, maybe. But alright, so now moving on to more version 2.0 stuff. Weapon and weapon systems have been streamlined. What do you think about these changes? Before Oka's response, I want to say what I think. Weapons, it did take a while to get used to, but honestly, the overall system of weapons is better. Of course, gold is still a bitch. That's absolutely no one's. Everyone has a right to argue that, but yet I feel like what they did with like weapon bonuses, how the menus look, that was a step in the right direction. And Wimprints, especially in the most recent update, via the Wimprint decks and the new sorting and searching feature, honestly, it made Wimprints so much better. And I do like affinities. Gave us more affinities. Alright, so now what does Okada have to say about that? Guys, water. Regarding the adjustments made to the weapon system, many players felt that the new system was easier to understand and manage. Players who had struggled with the complexity of the previous system reported that the new system made them want to get back into crafting weapons. That was exactly our intention with this overhaul, and I am pleased to see that it worked. Okay, I was actually about to talk about the gold, but then I read rupee. Then I read rupee right there. So let's see what can I say about that. Many players have reported that the rupee cost to craft weapons has increased significantly. This is due to the introduction of the advantages provided by the weapon bonus system and a streamlining of the Agito weapon crafting costs to bring them in line with other series. To offset some of these costs, we will continue to implement regularly occurring events from which players can receive rupees and increase the amount of rupees that events reward. We'd also like to aid players in obtaining materials by implementing regularly occurring events that feature specific quests with increased drops. I'm trying to process that last part right now, but very quick. They in short said, we're not changing the cost. We're going to give you more rupees. Just play the game. That is in short what they are saying. Okay. Okay. That's just okay. Nothing else I'd like to say on that. Just okay. But this last sentence right here. 8 players in obtaining materials by implementing regularly occurring events that feature specific quests with increased drops. I'm assuming that they're talking about ×3 void battles, ×2 high dragons, and ×2 Agitos. Now my question is, when it comes to those double drops, will they make it double everything to where it's like, for example, double XP, double rupee, double mana, then also double drops? Could that potentially what they mean? Just double everything that comes out of that? Because if so, that would be a perfect time to farm everything. But also, we need more rupees. So yeah, though, I feel like though that would have to come down to triple void dragons or chimeras, because those are the best places to get gold. And I'm kind of done with void dragons right now. I'm completely finished with the chimeras. Every single chimera weapon I have has a weapon bonus. I guess I could go for the max unbind, but I would rather get every single weapon bonus first. That's me personally. But rather I just Oh well. Regarding the adjustments made to the Wimprint system, we are successful in providing players with expanded customization options, but some players felt that these new elements only serve to increase the complexity of deciding which Wimprints to use in which situations and the time required to equip them. We'd like to make the system easier to use without sacrificing the deep customization that it currently offers, so we plan to improve its usability so that players will be able to more quickly and easier find the particular Wimprints that they need. That already came out. I already talked about that. That was in the most recent update, which is honestly amazing. Amazing update. That Wimprint update was absolutely amazing. I love what I brought to 2.0 and the most recent one when it came to sorting and stuff like that. Everything was amazing. Alright. Now for the next. What do you think of the new mode, the Alberian Battle Royale? This mode is the first of its kind in the Dragalia Lost game, and to be frank, we received both positive and negative feedback from players regarding its implementation. I'm on the negative side, alright? I'm on the negative. But what I will give this mode though, what I will give it is that it is the most free-to-play friendly PvP mode I have ever seen. I will give it that. But, however, the recent stuff that they've been doing with it has been very iffy, alright? Because first of all, it still lags like absolute hell, so I can barely even play it. And yes, I am connected to Wi-Fi. That's what you get when you connect 16 players via phone Wi-Fi. They nerfed some of these rewards because, well, I'm gonna be honest, I'm an AFKer, right? I just sit there while I do other stuff. I'm gonna be honest. No shame whatsoever. I'm not gonna play a mode I don't like. But but the fact that they nerfed AFKers and they immensely benefited the winners, I'm not going to doubts the winners at all. All right, just feel like you play the mode and you win. Congratulations, you earned all those points. But they nerfed so hard, it's ridiculous. And but something else I'll give it. Monthly rewards are great. Monthly treasure trade. I wish they kept the stones or just have one stone in there. I wish they would have done that, because I love that Starlight Stone. I really did. And just in general, more gold in there too is always an up. Always an up. But other than that, I'm just not a fan of Battle Royales. That's it at the end of the day. I tried Fortnite, not a fan. I never tried anything else because money. Never did PUBG. It looks dog shit anyway, to be honest. And yeah, I'm just not a fan of Battle Royales, and this helps, and this game mode helps solidify that fact. But either way, that's it about me. Well, let's resume what Okada says about it. In terms of gameplay, people enjoyed competing with each other in real time using a variety of clever strategies, including taking their opponents by surprise in the tall grass. Some players even began to recognize. I'm fucking dumb. Began to recognize each other and create impromptu rivalries over the course of multiple encounters, ratcheting up the tension and excitement each time they clashed. Jeez. Yeah, my English is not on par right now. On the other hand, some players experience disappointment that the top tier rewards are too similar to the low tier ones, while those who were enjoying single player experiences were dismayed at the protest of being forced to compete with other players for awards. Finally, we received reports that lag would sometimes prevent players from connecting with their attacks, which can be particularly frustrating when going for the knockout blow. Yeah, pretty much everything I said disappointing, right there. Pretty much everything I said. While we strive to maintain balance in all of our game modes, it is particularly important to satisfy an expectation of fair play in the Albanian Battle Royale, since it pits players against each other. We want there to be something for everyone, so we plan to add more mechanics, rewards, and other elements that will make the mode even more enjoyable while maintaining the existing sense of friendly rivalry that allows for even casual players to experience the thrill of competition. Just fix the lag at this point. Just fix the lag. I'm not going to rant about that anymore. I'm going to eat up too much time. So, what do you think about the Forgotten Truths event, Raid Boss Story, etc.? Ooh boy. The Dragalia Lost team poured a lot of effort into the second anniversary event, so we are very happy to see that many players enjoyed the story, battles, animations, music, and other elements that came along with it. I love Ilya! Alright, she was great. Meanie, great. Mordecai, great. Morsliati, great. Elysium, the fucking asshole can rot in fucking hell for all I care. But holy shit, I love that event. I really did. However, I feel like it didn't have the same hype factor as Chronos Nyx, because we were not expecting anything special out of it. We didn't know what their expectation of special was. So when it came to this anniversary, we kind of already had a bar set. And to be honest, it still blew that bar away, but nothing can top that Chronos Nyx factor for me, I'm gonna be honest. That was just way too hype. But still, overall, second anniversary was absolutely amazing. I loved it. Alright. The quest would fix stats that allowed players to enjoy the elements of climactic battle, regardless of their team's might, was received positively, and we are considering implementing more of this type of quest in the future. I'm fine with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. The plot of this particular event was deeply connected to the game's lore and overall story, and the sheer scope of the events that transpired meant that we could not cover perhaps as much as some players wanted. While I empathize with players who wanted to learn as much as they could about the story, please understand that we always carefully consider just how much of it to cover in any one event. Spend too little time and players may be left wanting more, but spend too much time and players may become bored. I think we just about hit the nail on the head with the length of this one. Honestly, yes. Honestly, yes. They said like I think your perfect amount. It was great. Since it seems players very much enjoyed content related to the central events of the plot during both the first and second Annies, we plan to create similar content for the upcoming 2.5 anniversary as well. Fuck it, yeah. That was English. Fuck. Fuck yeah. Alright? That has me excited. 2.5 year Annie is going to be as hype as first and second Annie. The fact that a half anniversary is going to be as hype, that's going to be ridiculous. Which I'm going to be honest, 1.5, sure we got Aldred, but it didn't feel the same. Now moving on. What do you think about the main campaign through the latest chapter, chapter 15? Should I talk about this? Because now we're about to hit chapter 17, as I've already stated, so... You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna read it. Interest in the developments occurring in the main story has seen pick up dramatically starting chapter 10. The story has taken more of a serious tone, but we're happy that players have been able to experience the individual quirks of the cast and enjoy what makes them special along the way, and we tend to continue down that path. So, some players may feel that the plot is dragging on a bit, but we hope that everyone is looking forward to what's ahead for the prince and his friends. Some players reported that they don't play the campaign at all, at least beyond the quest required to unlock certain features, so we hope to make it more appealing to a broader range of players than it is now. In short, read the goddamn story. Seriously, you will enjoy it, I promise you. You will enjoy it. I should read more of the character stories, I really should. Chapter 17 will be released in December and follows the trials and tribulations of our heroes face in North Grastea. This will include meeting some new faces, so be sure to get caught up on chapter 16 in the meantime. Highly recommend still, highly recommend. Because right now, story's picking up once again. It's really picking up. What do you expect from the Dragalia Lost game in the future? Do you have any questions or feedback for the Dragalia Lost team? Oh, one second. There we go. Okay. Many players expressed an interest in future events and stories. Each month, we release new events with new stories to enjoy, and we plan to continue expanding the size and scope of Dragalia Lost World through these regular updates. Cough, cough, Hinamoto! Players were split on wanting the game to be easier or harder. Although satisfying both types of players at the same time is an extremely difficult proposition, we feel that everyone should be able to enjoy the game as they like. We would like to make it so the more difficult quests in the game and the quests that offer materials to craft increasingly strong weapons are not part of a single progression path. Some players want to improve their weapons. They can focus on quests that offer materials, and should they want to challenge their skills, they can focus on quests that offer high difficulty content. In the short term, we plan to expand the latter category with legend difficulty quests. I want to stop right there. Real quick. I want to talk about this real quick. This is actually very interesting. This right here especially. The reason why this is so interesting is because it sounds like they're going to introduce quests that can also offer these materials that some of these higher difficulty quests have, but obviously make it more limited. So what I'm getting for this, alright, and I'm saying this as an example, alright? For right now, obviously, Legend difficulty is Legend difficulty. They're not going to mess with that anymore. I mainly refer to this for Master Agitos at the moment, alright? So, for example, we have Master Volk, alright? What it sounds like they're making is that they're going to have another quest of some kind and have Volk materials be in there. That's what it sounds like it's hinting at. If so, they better limit it per day, because of what will stop people from farming Agito and just farm that. If it's easier, they can auto it. They can just put the phone on the side. Like, well, there has to be a cap on there somehow, some way. That's how I see it at the least. But yes, that is very, very interesting. So, definitely going to keep my eyes open for that one. So, players appreciated the variety of content updates around the 2nd anniversary. Although some of the additions and adjustments still need a bit of polish here and there, we are dedicated to continually improving the enjoyment and accessibility of the game. Many players expressed a desire for the implementation of the long-awaited encyclopedia feature and a revival of Vagabond Pupper event. Please stay tuned for updates on these. So, hopefully encyclopedia soon. Hopefully. Then Vagabond Pupper. In before those are both the January update, and it's not the data mines that we've already had info for. That would be really funny. But either way, very excited for those, both of them actually. Encyclopedia, oh, I'm going to have fun with that one. In closing, allow me to extend my thanks once again for taking the time and effort to share your feedback with the development team. The number of responses received was excellent considering the high amount of free response questions, which are traditionally more lengthy and time consuming to complete than ones with multiple choices. As a token of our appreciation for participating in the survey, we'll be sending one multi to all players in Wordmite, in which I bet all of you already spent. The 2nd anniversary and major 2.0 update that accompanied it were an excellent opportunity for the development team to reconnect with the pulse of the players and realign our goals with their desires. We certainly received a wealth of valuable feedback at this time, and we will continue to employ surveys like these to gather your thoughts on the game and shape it going forward. With that in mind, please continue to share any feedback that you have whenever possible. We are listening and we are grateful. Thank you for playing Dragalia Lost. So more surveys in the future. Fine with that. Loki, should I make a video on doing another survey? I feel like that could be fun. I feel like that could be fun, honestly. Oh, that'd be a fun video. And well, not gonna lie, I found this funny in my own headcanon, actually. When they said development team to reconnect with the pulse and realign our goals with their desires, it sounded like, what it sounded like was well, they were bored and they wanted something to do. That's what it sounded like a little bit, not gonna lie. But either way, that is it for this video. Lots of stuff in here. Now though, once again, obviously, no currency thing. For those who, for those it does apply to, probably next like a questionnaire or this month or whatever. That's up next. So wait till January for more stuff on that. Wait till January. But yeah, though. Now I'm excited for 2.5. I'm very excited for a 2.5. Honestly, just everything in general, except Battle Royale. I'm still going to auto it regardless, to be honest. I'm still going to auto that. I don't care. Call it what you want. I don't care. But yeah, like 2.0 was absolutely amazing for this game, and well, honestly, just seeing the split between the amount of players was honestly amazing because they got such a variety of feedback, and I love that. I really do love that. Absolutely beautiful. But either way, that's it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed, and well, I got some fun videos in the very near future, so please do consider subscribing for stuff like that, and I will see you all in the next video. I'll see you then.